Okay, Sooner Nation. So we're not talking SEC Media Days, although there's been a lot of good content coming out of SEC Media Days. So we're going to have to find time to talk about that. We're not doing an interview today. We got one coming tomorrow, though, for y'all. A 2025 offensive line prospect. You guys are going to want to tune in for it. It's somebody that you guys want to hear from. You guys have actually jumped down in the comments below multiple times, told me to get this guy on the podcast. We got him on the podcast. But today we're here to talk about two four-star trench players that Oklahoma has already offered and is in the top schools list for both kids. They can make an impact at a high level in the 26 class. These are two guys that maybe you as an Oklahoma fan need to be paying attention to. So, as always, before we jump into it, go ahead, jump in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys think Oklahoma can land either one or both of these kids. Two, if you guys have not already, make sure you hit that like and hit the subscribe button. Lets me know that you guys like this recruiting content and that you guys want more of it. Okay, let's jump right into it. So the first player we got to talk about today, his name is Will Conroy, and I really hope I'm saying that right. I'm kind of just presuming I'm saying it right. He is a four-star offensive lineman. He's got a total of 23 total offers. Oklahoma offered him back on March 6th, but he has released a top 5, and it includes Arizona State, Miami, Michigan, and Florida. Now, one of the interesting things about Will Conroy, I did follow up with a couple sources on him because when you go to On3, the RPM prediction machine has him landing at Oregon and Ohio State, two teams that are not in this race. So I kind of wanted to get a feeler for where does an Ohio kid go? Like, how does he not end up at Ohio State? Well, he's taken 3 visits there. He's taken 1 to Oregon, 1 to Michigan, 1 to Miami. He's taken 1 to Oklahoma. He's taken 1 to Florida. So he hasn't been to Arizona State, it looks like. Will Conroy is in the north part of Ohio. So basically, it was explained to me like this. Any kids south of Columbus, Ohio, end up going out of state, but the kids in the north part, in the Columbus area, they go to Ohio State or Michigan. So you got Michigan in this recruitment. So I hit up a couple friends and I said, all right, well, what's the deal here, right? Michigan's in this recruitment. Not really sure. I'm worried about Miami here. And I was pretty much given what I thought. Michigan's going to be a heavy player in this recruitment. They might lead as of right now, but Oklahoma has been pushing really hard. They have a good shot, so we got a chance to catch up with Will Conroy. He is not sure if he's going to be making it to the Sooners under the stars just yet, but we will continue to watch that. We'll continue to monitor it because he is a 4-star inside offensive line prospect, the number 330th player in the country. When you watch his film, though, you see the pancake blocks. Will Conroy has an opportunity to jump up in the rankings a little more and be one of those blue chippers in the class. Now, one of the other prospects that also included Oklahoma in his top schools list was, I believe it's Jalen McCoy. I really hope I said that right. I apologize if I did not, but he is a 4-star defensive end out of Tupelo, Mississippi. Now, he's a 4-star defensive end right now. I think he could rise into 5-star status. Rivals has him at number 32, so he's really riding that line right there. On3 has him at 57. So this is a guy that with a strong junior season continues to camp a little bit more. He could potentially try to jump into that space. Now, the composite rankings have him at number 49. He has a total of 14 offers. And remember, we always tell you all the time, you have to look at the offer sheet. You have to look at who's offered the kid. Now, anytime a kid comes out of Mississippi, you always see Mississippi State or Ole Miss usually as preliminary leaders in that recruitment. Look at Caleb Cunningham, who ended up going to Alabama or committing to Alabama, but he's got offers from Auburn, Penn State. Remember, Penn State just took Max Granville from Oklahoma, Tennessee, Utah. The Oklahoma offer is not on here, but I know he has an Oklahoma offer. So this is an interesting prospect because at 6'6", 245 pounds, this is the ideal prospect that Miguel Chavis wants to go after and wants to be able to land. And when you watch this film, which I'm going to pull up right here for you guys are going to be able to see that quick first step that he has. Explosive off the line of scrimmage, elite hand movement. And you kind of see it in the stats. You see it reflect there. So Looking at his first 2 years playing on varsity, freshman and sophomore year, played a total of 26 games, 90 total tackles, 52 solos. He had 24 tackles for loss, 13 and a half sacks. And again, something that I say all the time, one of the more important stats that I think a lot of fans always look over, QB hurries. How often are you getting in the backfield, causing a disruption, causing the quarterback to have to leave the pocket? He got 13 of those in 2 years. So again, you can imagine with a strong a junior and senior season, maybe he attends a couple camps. This guy could be a really good 5-star. I'm not going to say high 5-star, but he could be in the middle of the pack when it comes to 5 stars at the end of the day. And then looking at a couple other prospects for Oklahoma and who Oklahoma could be chasing after in this 26 class, especially people that could be attending Sooners Under the Stars. One name that you guys need to be familiar with, Noah Best, 6'3", 290 pounds. He attended one of the Brent Venables camps. He's got 12 offers. He's got elite offers. So the 12, the number seems low, but LSU, Arkansas, Missouri, who's kind of been doing pretty well on the offensive line, Texas A&M, Wisconsin. So he's got a decent offer sheet. This would be one that Oklahoma, I know, would probably like to land, and he performed well at the Brent Venables camps. But other guys on the offensive line that I definitely think you need to be paying attention to, Maxwell Robinson. He is a 6'4", 270-pound, 4-star offensive tackle. Obviously, we've talked many times about Felix Ojo. You've also got Drew Evers. That name sounds familiar to you? It's because it is. The younger brother of Nick Evers, 6'3.5", 285 pounds. He's an absolute monster, a guy that's going to end up probably being a top 150 player when it's all said and done. You got Brett Kolojay out of IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. You got Cortavius Tizaby out of Dallas, Texas. And those are just all offensive tackles. We're not even looking at interior guys that would play guard, guys that would play center. So Oklahoma has the potential to be able to load up. The Sooners Under the Stars event, I think it's going to really tell you exactly who Oklahoma wants to prioritize, wants to go after. Jaden O'Neal and Jonathan Hatton have both been putting in work, trying to get guys recruited on that offensive line. They're going to be there. And I think Oklahoma fans could see some fireworks in the 2026 class post Sooners Under the Stars. So with all that being said, I need to hear from y'all. Join the discussion. Jump down in the comments below. Give me your thoughts. Do you think Oklahoma can land either 1, 2, or none of those guys that were listed? Additionally, if you guys have made it this far and you have not already, make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe button so that I know you guys want more of this recruiting content.